Yeah, in Assam, what is famous festival there?
Bihu. Bihu.
Bihu.
Yeah.
What is Bihu? We can see
yeah.
in this in this picture Bihu.
Yeah.
If I will tell. Assalamualaikum, salam namaste. Kembali lagi di channel Indindo Project. Saya Jikri Taufik. Sebelumnya terima kasih banyak yang sudah mendukung channel kita, baik itu yang memberikan komentar positif maupun juga memberikan banyak sekali kritikan. Itu sangat-sangat baik buat kami juga untuk membuat video-video selanjutnya. Nah, sekarang saya bersama cewek cantik dari salah satu state di India, nama state-nya Assam. Hai. Eva.
Eva.
Eva. Yeah, Eva. How are you, Eva?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, let's talk about your place. Wow, it's interesting because you know, as we know, I am Indonesian.
Okay.
I'm foreigner here. I am interested about how to know about the culture, traditions, tribe, because Indonesia also have different languages, for example, different traditions, and we have 700 languages, different languages in Indonesia. I mean, I think in India also more than that.
Yep.
All right. So in Assam, how's life there? I mean, when we compare with the capital city here, so what people do most there, like I mean, farmer or
Okay.
Yes.
I think one difference I can say in the central part of India and Assam, in the northeast side, especially Assam, if I say, we are, as you have asked earlier, we are rice eater.
Seems like
Yeah. And also our food habits are different from the other parts of India.
Okay.
We are also mostly non-vegetarian. There are even vegetarian people there, according to their interests. But we have different cultures, like we have our own dress, our own languages, also dialects of sub-tribes, so which are not recognized as like languages. And commonly we speak Assamese in Assam. And also the dresses, costumes, jewelry, food habits, even the flora and fauna, like we have one-horned rhinoceros in Assam. And national parks and all those things.
You said
Island.
That you said that Assam is one of the state in Northeast India area region.
Yeah.
Are they having same, I mean, character in Northeast state?
All the Northeast states?
I mean, like how many states in Northeast?
We have 7 sisters and 1 brother, so it's comprising of like 8.
Yeah, you said 7 state and 1 brothers.
Yeah, so
they are same.
8 states.
Oh, 8 states.
Yeah,
Totally 8 states. They are same in culture.
No, not
okay.
same.
Why you say 7 sisters? I mean, 7 sisters means like we are same.
That's what, like it used to be said that we are independent, so they termed themselves as 7 sisters. But later Sikkim was included in Northeast, and it was called like we have 1 brother, Sikkim. So,
brother Sikkim.
Yeah, brother Sikkim.
Okay, can you tell to everyone what is similar between Assam and other states in Northeast?
Okay.
Similar
is we eat rice.
Okay, of course we are same.
And that is that should be in every meal. And also there are some difference in cooking styles and all, but we eat beef also, we eat pork also, but not everyone. So I can't say it's similar. Like also the culture is different. Even if we are from Northeast,
Oh, okay.
it's just
Every state is different.
yeah. We have different dresses,
Yes,
different
yes.
jewelries and all.
Language also.
Language,
Ah,
languages also, and we have different dance forms, song forms, dialects and everything.
also,
Festivals are
okay.
different.
Yeah, in Assam, what is famous festival there?
Bihu, Bihu.
Bihu.
Yeah.
What is Bihu? We can see
Yeah.
in this in this picture Bihu.
Yeah.
If I will tell,
Bihu
what is
we
actually
celebrate 3 times in a year.
3 times a
Yeah.
year?
So the first is New Year during April 14, 15. We say it Assamese New Year.
Assamese New Year in April.
Yeah, April.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we have different calendar for it, like Assamese calendar.
Oh, you have our calendar.
Yeah. So that New Year we have fun and we celebrate, we dance and all.
Okay.
So that's why it's called either Rongali Bihu or Bohag Bihu. So we have
Bihu.
2 names.
In Assam language.
Yeah. Bohag and
Okay.
and there are other 2. There's another which is nearly in November, near Diwali time.
Okay.
And near
Yeah.
somewhat.
It's kind of, festival to celebrate harvesting.
Yeah, harvesting.
Oh, okay. In April.
Yeah, April
And November.
and January.
In January.
January is when the harvest is over and we have food together
Oh.
and we eat together. And there's some other. I think if you have seen Punjabi festival Lodi, you have seen they burn some woods and all in between and they dance.
Yeah.
We also have that
In the
kind
middle,
of.
right?
In the middle. We also do that. And
Yes.
yeah, in November we actually pray to the harvesting field and also the tulsi plant.
Oh, okay.
That is very normal. And also we put ardent pot diya in the field so that those insects which come, it gets out like in the field.
Right.
Harvest.
And how about people in Assam? I mean, let's say we're talking about demography. Assam people's majority is Hindu. Is there?
Yes, I can say.
Yeah, we can say small India is Assam. We can find Hindu, Christian there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hindus are more.
Okay, majority.
Majority.
And the second one?
Muslims are there.
Oh, Muslim there.
And Christians are there. And the other remaining minorities like Sikhs, Jains.
Sikhs, Jain. Oh,
everyone.
Yeah. Diversity.
Actually, it's diverse.
It is diversity. It's I don't think that if correct me if I'm wrong, realizing that as a sightseeing, I mean I'm as a foreigner
okay.
looking and notice people like Chinese.
No. Okay.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's okay, huh?
But what do you think? I saw also Assamese or what is the corner Arunachal
Pradesh.
seems like mainland people. So some other like
Speaking
like
about the
Asian,
physical features, which look similar to the other South Asian countries, or China or something like that.
Are they coming from other country or originally from there?
Actually, like I said before, suppose in Assam, there used to be dynasties. Suppose the Ahom dynasty, they have come from the Yunnan province. So it was in the 11th century.
11th century.
Yeah, and so Thailand. They say it's Thailand, but it falls in Chinese province. The Yunnan is. So they have come. So they have some features like with them. There are many other sub communities which came. They used to be called as Thai Ahoms, and the other Thai, Khamti, Shyam and all the Thais they came, and along
Southeast countries.
Yeah,
like
and
Indonesia.
also there are many
Thais.
other
many others
who came from outside,
other countries,
and when during medieval times and ancient times the boundaries are not as such like now. Like when a king he beats someone, beats some dynasty, that portion becomes his. So it's not confined to one. Like suppose now it's India. India is this has this boundary fixed. Right? So there are many other communities which came from outside, and also it's mixed. And also might be the the geographical situation. In Northeast, it's near to the other. Obviously, it's going to be similar.
Yeah, others like Northeast states border with Bangladesh also.
Bangladesh also,
Bangladesh in Assam.
Yeah, there.
Bengal.
Bengali people are also there.
And Bhutan also, right?
Bhutan also,
Okay.
but
And China, and then Burma.
Burma is there.
Also
That's like the international lanes. Yeah.
And how many language you speak?
Me? I speak Assamese. I speak Hindi.
Hindi?
I speak English. That's it. Yeah. I understand Bengali, but I don't speak Bengali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bihari?
Yeah, that I understand. But not all, because they also have Maithili and Awadhi and all those. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I think I might understand little bit of Bhojpuri, but not other languages.
And in Assam has, local languages, right?
Yeah. Other dialects and languages.
Other dialect.
For me, I speak Assamese.
Assamese. And other languages we
Like-
can find there?
Yeah, you can find like suppose the Bodo language is there.
Bodo language.
Yeah.
Bengali also, right?
Bengali is there, but Bodo is there. Then Deori is there. Mishing. Mishing community is there. There are more than 20-30 communities which have. These are all actually dialects.
Dialects, different.
Different dialects.
Okay. How about the food?
Food.
Food.
Food is tasty.
What is the famous food we can try in Assam?
Famous food.
Famous food. Okay, like in Mumbai.
Okay.
Mumbai we can find famous
Bada pav.
Belpuri.
Bhelpuri. Yeah. Okay. For street food, it's all same. Street food is all same. Bhelpuri, chana. All
Panipuri?
this pani puri and all
You
this.
can find there?
Yeah. And I find it more tastier there than Delhi. But yeah.
For the main course.
Yeah, for the main course, actually, if you say Assamese thali, there are many cuisines like for
Banana leaf.
Yeah, we used to eat banana leaf. It's served when and even brass metal and bell metal we have. Like when we are respecting someone, we offer them in that.
Okay.
We have our own culture. We call it like baul. We call it banbati in brass metal and all those things. The brass metal and bell metal, thalis and all those things. And it's good for circulation. Like earlier, people used to eat in that, and also I think the subjects they used to eat, like people who are not very well-to-do, they used to eat in banana leaf. Even I eat it now in banana leaf sometimes because it's tasty.
It's satisfied.
Yeah, satisfying.
Eat together.
Yeah. And cuisines we have different actually. Pork, chicken, duck, pigeon.
Oh, duck.
Yeah.
Pigeon.
Yeah. We have different communities have different way of bamboo. We use bamboo shoot. This is similar in other Northeast also, regions also, because they also eat bamboo shoot, but we cook it in a different way. They cook it in a different way. We have king chili, which is called bhut jolokya, and it is called Raja Mircha in Nagaland.
Any specific food when guests coming in the meeting or in the formal function in the office, they usually serve the food.
Okay, that is tea. Assam tea, of course.
Oh, yeah, tea. Yeah. Assam tea. Yeah. We
Assam
can
tea.
find here Assam tea. Oh,
Yeah.
famous there.
It's famous. It will be good if you
bring me,
go there. Yeah, sure. If I go back.
Assam tea. What is? I mean, you can tell specialty for Assam tea.
Like in Darjeeling, it's more of a
Darjeeling also.
scented one. Yeah, Darjeeling, and Assam is more of a taste one. It's like more juicy.
Juicy. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And also depends on quality to quality. Especially if you go to Guwahati, you will get the tea auction center. I think there many people go to taste like different varieties and different qualities of tea.
Yeah.
You see it.
And good for health.
Yeah, it's good for health. Only when you don't mix it with milk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to have it black.
What is the capital city of Assam?
Guwahati.
Guwahati.
Yeah.
Guwahati.
And the capital is Dispur.
Okay. And I want to know more, but I think it's a lot of time. We can we can talk about Assam. But final question. In Assam, what is the most job people do in Assam?
Okay.
Like we can see in Delhi. Delhi mostly we can find is the official
Corporate sectors
government. And in Assam, what is job descriptions there?
People there mostly prefer public service, government, because
government official,
not very few, and also I can say few chances. Like unlike Delhi, we have few chances there for private.
Okay.
So people prefer for the public service commission, there state public service commission, and also the college, college jobs. And also there are many like there are classic clerical jobs and all in different departments, in different offices.
And also I think they are farmers.
They are farmers in rural places.
Yes.
But people who stay in urban places, and also the rural people also nowadays they go out for central jobs, and the new generation they go out for defense and all this.
All right. So what is your goal?
For me?
And you you are in Delhi for studying, and after graduation, and what you want to
pursue? I want to work on like something which is related to research later on. So let's see. Lecturer, let's see. Like I can do it side by side, but mostly I'm preferring for research assistant, or might be postdoc if I get an opportunity, but it's not sure now. It also has the age factor. We have age. That's the problem. We have age, we have family.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, when you have getting married, I mean, in this age, I think not at all, but you have a target for.
Personally, I don't have target.
Okay.
So
enjoy your life.
Yeah, and also fortunately my family doesn't ask about all this, but there are many families, obviously they'll ask about like marriage and settlement. For me, when I myself is not settled, so how can I expect to get married? Just like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Eva, for this conversations. Sangat menarik ya. Kita mengenal banyak tentang Assam, salah satu negara bagian atau provinsi yang ada di India. Dan seperti itulah, terima kasih yang sudah menonton. Semoga kalian sehat-sehat selalu di sana, teman-teman. Terima kasih yang sudah support channel ini. Semoga kalian sukses selalu. Sampai jumpa, Pirmelenge, bye-bye.